more as soon as we get that. But joining us now in our studio, Swapan Dasgupta. It's a small state, but these are important elections for all parties, especially probably for the BJP, which is looking to turn around its fortunes.
Well, it's particularly important for the BJP because A, it did very well in during the Lok Sabha elections in Jharkhand. Secondly, I think after a series of setbacks, I think it needs a morale booster in Jharkhand. But as of now, I mean, these are initial early trends.
Correct.
I think the performance is not up to its expectations. I think the BJP realistically needs at least 35 seats. But I think it'll just about touch 30 if these early trends are going to be. So I think it's a little more encouraging for the Congress, which initially was really down in the dumps in Jharkhand, but seems to have improved its position quite substantially.
You're saying again possibly around 30, which is exactly how much 31 they got in 2005 before there were a whole lot of defections, the BJP that is. So that would then again indicate, unless the Congress does exceptionally well, that there would be some key figures there as kingmakers.
Oh well, you know, Jharkhand is always a state, unless, you know, the issue in Jharkhand this time, and I think this is where the BJP slightly miscalculated. The BJP kept a rather low-profile election campaign which focused on price rise, the economic issues. Whereas I think in Jharkhand this time, the real issue was stability. And I think it was only in the after the second phase that the BJP decided that, look, the first, that those economic issues are not really working. So they shifted tack. But the first two phases were really their stronghold areas. And they might not do well in their stronghold areas, but might pick up seats from areas where they were hitherto weak.
And you're talking about price rise and other issues that were raised. Initially, you in fact went after Madhu Koda in association with the opposition there.
Well, obviously Madhu Koda was an important target for the BJP because they wanted to link the Congress. Madhu Koda per se is not an important political target, but the linkage of the Congress. But it worked up to a point, and I think that was one of the reasons why in the middle of the campaign, Madhu Koda was interrogated after being given a sort of generous rope for the first few times. But that might work, but it's really a question of whether corruption, price rise, or the stability issue is going to work. The Congress has a little advantage in the stability blank because they're going to they linked up their presence at the center to something in the state. So it's really going to be a toss-up between those two conflicting issues. But as of now, the Congress appears to have regained some ground. I mean, not good enough to form a government. If the Congress forms a government, it'll be a Khichdi government, totally. But I think they are looking to really deprive the BJP of a chance of forming a government.
Well, you were the largest party in 2005 and you were deprived again there.
Well, I don't know about you, but the BJP, yes, the BJP was, you see, the South Bihar, when it was in the United Bihar, was always the BJP's stronghold. And the first time they came to power, Babulal was there, and the BJP has always had this formidable presence in both the tribal areas as well as the parts of the coal belt, etc. So, given that background, the BJP should have been looking to actually cross 40. You know, this was actually tailor-made for them. If they don't cross 40, and if they actually get stuck somewhere in the sort of early 30s, then I would suggest that some of the national fallout has also affected them.
Okay, but if that happens, early 30s, you can still, Shibu Soren has indicated he could go either way.
Shibu Soren obviously looks like getting about 10-12 seats, so he's going to be a crucial player. It's a call which they have to take because there is a price. There is a larger political price that you have to pay for accommodating Shibu Soren. And the Congress has indicated it's not willing to pay that price so far. But of course, these things are negotiable. Whoever accommodates Shibu Soren pays that price.
In fact, the JMM has now moved up to 10 leads, and the Congress is having only 9 with the BJP alliance at 18.
So 12 is a realistic figure for the JMM.
Tuba.com